What's up, guys? It's Carson back here on Toxic Gaming today with our first battle of the NPCC, the National Pokemon Championship Conference? Champions? I don't know, something like that. Week 1 is going up now. Before I get into any team builders and stuff, we'll be facing Sharp Dress Gaming of the Minnesota Wild Charge. And if you guys want to skip any of this and go right to the battle, this will be basically where the team preview, all of why we drag, what we brought, and everything. This will be where these are instead of doing a separate team builder video. I figured people would rather have this more, but if you guys want to have team builder videos instead, put a comment down below and say you want those type of videos as well, and just have these be only the battle videos. But without any further ado or stuff, he was a pretty scary team because he also took a Mon that that wasn't a Mega. He also decided to take one of the S tier Mons in. Well, it was a Mega, I guess, but it was technically an S tier, and it was Mega Mawile that he decided to take. And so his squad, as you will be seeing on screen as well, is Mega Mawile, Tornadus T, Marowak, the Alola Crocodile, Kingdra, Politoed, Smeargle, Vikavolt, Tangela, Chansey, and Jinx. Now, as you can see on your screen, he decided to bring Smeargle, Vikavolt, Kingdra, Politoed, Mega Mawile, and the little Marowak. I completely kind of forgot when team building that Smeargle was a thing, and when I was team building, we were team building more for Chansey and the Tangela core to be his true defensive core, and we didn't expect so much of kind of almost an all-out offense thing that he kind of did. So we were expecting more of that in the team building, and when I saw Smeargle, I was like, well, shit, that thing's gonna have Spore, and I don't have a Mon that can, basically, I have 2 Mons that don't mind being asleep. The rest of them, I want awake. But just going through our team and everything, first off, we have Jericho, our Swampert, because, I don't know, he's a wall, I guess, with Leftovers and Torrent ability, with Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Toxic, and Stone Edge, 240 in HP, 252 and Impish Nature in defense, and then 16 in speed. I wasn't sure what Sharp does for, we fought him once before, but I don't remember exactly. That was a while back for PGL, and I don't remember much of it. So I wasn't too sure of what for his walls, what he runs speed on them. And in assuming both Chansey and Tangela, I wanted to try to get a quick Toxic on the Tangela or Chansey before Swampert was gone. And so I decided to put a little bit extra into speed, and then besides, Swampert could kind of hard check and pretty good hard check wall / thing for the Mega Mawile. So that's what I was kind of going with, and I could get Stealth Rock up that turn as well. That's what I was going with was for Swampert. Next up, we had Kayfabe, the Darkrai, with Lumberry, and then Dark Pulse, Knockoff, Thunder, and Focus Blast with 32 in HP, 252 in special attack, and then 224 in Timid in speed. Basically, what this Darkrai was made for was to abuse Rain, and it was without us bringing Rain, we didn't bring Rain Dance or anything on any of our Mons. It was if he was going to bring Rain, as he brought both the Politoed and the Kingdra along, I want to take advantage of that and be able to one-shot Politoed with Thunder, and not have to 2-hit KO things with Thunderbolt. I wanted to be able to one-shot with Thunder, and with Darkrai having that, I don't see him switching in his Alola Marowak, Electric Resist or Electric Immunity into Darkrai and just then have it die to Dark Pulse. So wasn't too sure about him. I was pretty safe in clicking Thunder against Politoed, I felt like. Then we had Knockoff too, because we were expecting the Eviolite core, and so I felt like I had to kind of bring Knockoff on Darkrai for that. Kind of wanted to have Nasty Plot instead, have a Nasty Plot. I keep hitting my mic. Having Nasty Plot set up, but basically we figured Knockoff was more important to be able to actually defeat the wall known as Chansey. After that, we had good old Randall, our Zygarde 50%, with Dragonium Z and everything, with Dragon Dance, E-Speed, 1,000 Arrows in Outrage, 252 in attack, 4 in special defense, and then 252 Jolly in speed. This was kind of, he had a Mon here. What was the Mon I was thinking of when I was doing this? I want to say it was Crocodile and Jinx. It was the 2 that I kind of wanted to end up speed tying with. I think it was Crocodile if I remember right. I think he's at 95 speed, something like that. Anyway, I wanted to be able to get as fast as Zygarde as possible, and I really didn't need that much bulk, I didn't feel like. If I could get to a +1 Dragon Dance, then I was outspeeding pretty much everything on his team. I think the only thing I might not have been outspeeding was the Swift Swim Kingdra. But if I could predict when that was coming in and click Outrage and kill it, perfect. 1,000 Arrows, again, basic move, being able to take out Marowak, Mawile, and hit Vikavolt pretty hard. And we had Dragonium Z in case he wanted to have Politoed be like a switch in, take the Outrage 1,000 Arrows, and then follow up with an Ice Beam kill. We had the Z Outrage to just one-shot that and get that out of the way, particularly if we could early so that there wasn't that many rain turns. But that was kind of what Zygarde, basic standard Zygarde, and with one nuke move in a Z Outrage. Next we had Edge, our Celesteela with leftovers. Beast Boost, as you know, with Leech Seed, Protect, Air Slash, and Toxic, 224 in HP, 32 in defense, and then 252 in special defense and Calm Natured. Didn't run speed on Celesteela this time, but really this Celesteela was to shut down the two walls and abuse the fact that we expected both of those walls to come, and being able to Toxic and Leech Seed and keep that up, keep that consistent pressure of damage up, and then Air Slash just for a nice stab, being able to hit things like that easily. But then really this Celesteela is for Toxic and Protect and Leech Seed. It's just that overall wearing down his walls over time, so that Darkrai and Zygarde, fuck, I keep hitting my mic, so that Darkrai and Zygarde can pick up the kills later. That's really all this Celesteela is made to do. Next we have Kevin, our Sylveon, with leftovers as well, and Pixelate, Wish, Baton Pass, Hyper Voice, and Protect, with 240 in HP, 176 in defense, and then 92 in special defense with a Calm Natured. And as I looked more at this Sylveon, like during the game, I realized I should not have brought Baton Pass. I should have brought Shadow Ball. Like, I easily should have brought Shadow Ball. I didn't really think about... I kind of forgot about a little Marowak, and that I couldn't really touch it. And I was like, oh, I'll just Baton Pass out. I wouldn't worry about it but during the building. But then as I got into the game, I was like, I needed Shadow Ball. Like, I needed that just to have that consistent pressure there. But really what Sylveon and Kevin is here to do is to just click Hyper Voice on things and keep everything else alive as long as possible. And also by having Protect, once Celesteela and Jericho, our Swampert, can get some Toxics out, just sit and wear things down. That's really what Sylveon is here for. And then finally, you can see him. He's our Kadabra, TJ Parkins, rocking the Focus Sash and Magic Guard with Thunder Wave, Psyshock, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball, 252 in Special Attack, 4 in Special Defense, and 252 Timid in Speed. Basically, this Kadabra was kind of made to be able to come in against like an outraging, kind of out of control Kingdra and guarantee to live one hit and T-Wave it. Not like shut down that Kingdra completely. That strategy with that. Really, in any of the other Mons being able to T-Wave on the team that he brought, being Smeargle and the Mega Mawile, having a T-Wave on either one of those two wouldn't be bad, but it really depended if the situation called for T-Wave on either one of those two. And besides that, if I need to bring in Kadabra to get a quick kill, it's 105 base speed, it's faster than literally everything that he brought. So like, if I need a quick kill, 120 special attack too, shout out to Kadabra. I have Kadabra here as a kind of revenge killer and someone if I need someone to live a hit, damage to live a hit, then do the second turn of damage to be able to kill something, I have Kadabra for that. But now, without any further ado, we'll just get right into the battle and you guys can see for yourself what all happened. Alright guys, if you are just joining us, you skipped ahead and everything, that's fine, we're gonna get into the battle here. I led off with Swampert. I figured the Smeargle was a lead, and really Swampert was the Mon that I was okay with getting put to sleep, and he did lead off with the Smeargle as predicted. And I was kind of still guessing Spore, but quick Stealth Rock in case he decided to do Hazards first, but he went for his Spore first turn. It was easy play on his part to do. I just felt like if anything had to go to sleep, it was going to be Swampert, and I figured he was going to be Focus Sash. Like, if I outsped with anything and tried to kill him and he lived, then that one of my two hard hitters is put to sleep, and that sucks. But he does put up the Sticky Web here, and I'm kind of interested now, because, like, Sticky Web support, I was confused a little bit because, like, Darkrai and Zygarde, and Kadabra were all pretty fast and could still kind of do some things with the sticky web, so I was kind of confused what he was going to do overall. But he does the parting shot to be able to get his Smeargle out safely. I stayed in, and I was literally just kind of clicking Stealth Rock and hoping to burn some of the sleep turns. Now that he brought in the Vikavolt, I need to get out, because this thing will one-shot me with Energy Ball. And so I go into Sylveon, knowing I can take this thing on. Even with the speed drop, I can still take any hit he wants to do and hit him back really hard. He goes for the Energy Ball here. Figured he would have it, but it doesn't do that much to Kevin. And when I first kind of looked at this, I was like, okay, maybe that's, I expected, like, because he just decides to switch out here and not like a Volt switch out, I expected maybe he was like a Scarf Vigavolt, and with the sticky web, that way he could be fast with or without the sticky webs, so I could actually launch up a Hyper Voice here and got some good damage on Smeargle. I was okay with that, but again, I thought he was a Scarf Vigavolt from that for some reason. I kind of forgot about the webs, but at the same time with base 43 speed, didn't think he was going to do that much if he wasn't Scarf. He goes for the Parting Shot here again, just to literally get safe plays out. This Smeargle is being a pain in my ass, and because I ended up not prepping for it very well at all. But he goes into the Mawile here. Figured he was going to end up going into this thing at some point against Sylveon. I just launched another Hyper Voice off in case he tried to do any other hazard setup so I could kill that Smeargle, but he didn't. And here is kind of an interesting turn. I'm going to be like getting all my health back and stuff, but I can't stay in here, so I'm going to be switching out. And I actually switch out into my Swampert again, knowing I can hard wall this thing, and he doesn't end up, he doesn't end up Mega Evolving, he just goes for the Swords Dance. We have a Mega Evolve first turn rule in the league. He just forgot, and I told him, I was like, no problem. He's like, I know, not a huge deal for this turn. He told me, he's like, I'm going to stay in and Mega Evolve now, just so you know. So we had a fair turn there. He does Mega Evolve here. It's first week, I understand forgetting that, no problem. He goes for the Play Rough, and it does completely destroy me. I was hoping, because I was full Fizz Def, that I could actually live that, and now I realize this is what Kadabra is here for. I need to T-Wave this thing. I know I can take any one hit, and I need to T-Wave so that I get Zygarde a free turn to set up. And we miss. So that's great. Like, fucking amazing. That miss is huge for us, because now I can't get that free turn with Zygarde to set up and actually outspeed everything, regardless of sticky webs at that point. And here, I kind of wasn't thinking too well at this point. I just T-Waved again. I didn't know if he was going to stay in or not after knocking me to Sash, and so I decided, fuck it, I'm just going to get Side Shock and get some damage on this Vikavolt. I need damage. Just start doing damage now rather than trying to just set things up for later. He'll kill me with Bug Buzz, no problem. But like with that T-Wave, I now am forced to kind of really play a little bit more defensively than I wanted to, and I go away here into Zygarde, still assuming that this thing would be Scarf, because he still can't outspeed Zygarde with the Sticky Web drop. He can't outspeed me. And so I'm like, he has to be Scarf to be able to outspeed me with this, was my thoughts. He stays in. I Dragon Dance. I'm like, okay, you're gonna Bug Buzz me and try to do some damage? What are you actually doing here? Are you Agility Vikavolt? What's going on? He hidden Power Ices, and sadly, that's a dead Zygarde. Like, I misplayed around this Vikavolt partially. Like, there was the T-Wave, which was really crucial, but I simply misplayed around this. And again, here I went into Darkrai because I'm like, okay, Calcs are telling me I can kill with Dark Pulse from this range, no problem. He's probably a boosting item. I can do this. He's AV. So, down goes Darkrai again to a Bug Buzz. So it's like he picked up 2 kills by me not playing well around Vikavolt. And I hate the fact I didn't play well around this Vikavolt now, because I had Vikavolt last season, and it did so much good work for me when people didn't play around it, and I fell into the same goddamn traps. But now he's going to switch out as I brought in Sylveon, another hard check to this thing, going into his Smeargle, and I wished up. I should have just clicked Hyper Voice. I was kind of playing on tilt right now. I was like, why did I wish up? I should have just clicked Hyper Voice and killed what was in front of me. I definitely did not mean to do that, and he's just gonna swore put me to sleep. Like, it was the point where I was starting to overthink what I was trying to do, and I wasn't thinking, okay, I just need to kill things. Like, I need to kill. What's your problem? You need to kill right now. And so I switch out here, going into Celesteela. knowing that I don't really have much of a chance at this point to do anything with my 2 wall mons being the only things left. He goes for Parting Shot on the switch, and right here I kind of realize like I can't do anything at this point. There's very, very limited for me able to pull anything out of my ass at this point. So he goes into the Marowak. I Toxic, because I'm like, I can't do fucking anything else. Might as well Toxic. Try to, maybe I'll live a Flare Blitz or something if he's a defensive set and not, you know, the thick club. But we see he goes for the Flare Blitz, and I'm just wrecked. So it's at this point I realize no matter how much Protect Stalling I do with Sylveon, he's not going to allow this thing to die to poison. Like, he's just not going to allow it. He could just straight up kill me with this, but then risk losing it and losing the 6-0 for himself. I respect the decision to try to go for differential when you're at this point. It's not very often you get 6-0s, so some people are going to take advantage of it. More power to him. He's going to switch out into the Mawile. I'm asleep. I ain't doing shit to this goddamn Mawile. Again, this was another point where I realized I should have had Shadow Ball so I could at least hit this fucking Mawile with something. But he's just going to go for the Iron Head and take me straight out because that's a Mega Mawile. But again, I misplayed like horribly against the Vikavolt. Missing the T-Wave was really crucial because I remember me and him talked about after, like, if I hit the T-Wave on the Mawile, that means then that, okay, he's either paralyzed and going to switch out, or he's going to stay in and risk getting risk taking the full para. So my assumption, he's going to switch out. So I'm going to be switching out into, or I'm going to leave Kadabra in there to just do damage. If he decided to stay in, take whatever hit, and just kill me and finish me off, which is what he was saying, he was just going to Iron Head again, even if it did T-Wave, then Kadabra gets a little bit of damage off, dies, I bring in Zygarde, and I force a switch out, and I get a free Dragon Dance. At that point, I can outspeed the Kingdra if there's no rain, I can outspeed everything else on his team, even with the Sticky Webs up because I'm back to neutral, and then he would like have to go into Politoed to get the Thrain up. After my D-Dance, I could quick Outrage if I wanted to, or nuke him with the Z Outrage. He goes into the Kingdra. We could play around it a lot more, and it wouldn't have been a 6-0 at that point. But it was like, I needed that T-Wave, and then I just horribly misplayed around Vikavolt. It was potential with that T-Wave that I could have actually pulled it out to win it, but it was like, without it, it didn't work at all. Then me just misplaying after misplaying and getting kind of sent to full tilt didn't help. But anyway, still a good game to Sharp. I don't blame you, dude, for just going for the 6-0. I would have done the same fucking thing. So, good game to you. Good congratulations on your win. And I'm kind of glad we got the 6-0 out of the way early, rather than in PPL when we took us to, like, when that happened, like, week 3. And then I think again against Sherman, like, week 4. Like, I was like, I'm just getting it out of the way early. We don't need to see this again. Wouldn't be, you know, a Toxic Gaming battle if there wasn't a 6-0 involved. So, anyway, thank you guys for coming out and stuff. If you enjoyed, make sure you like and everything on the video. Subscribe for more because there will be both these NPCC battles and other league content coming soon because we're running 2 leagues at the same time and other videos in between there. Make sure if you want to catch any of the streams that I do, you could look in the links in the description for my Twitch channel as well. And check out my opponent's side of the battle, see what he thinks, see what happened on his end, what he was going through during the battle at the same time. His link will be down below as well. So again, thank you guys for coming out. I'm Carson, this is Toxic Gaming, and as always, you guys stay toxic. We'll see you guys.